Hi, I'm Levon, and here's Diane's kitchen before. Don Pellis's team at Perry Wellington 4.5 did a feature on Diane's house.
Everything started right here. Diane asked me to come and paint her cabinets and see what we could do in her kitchen to brighten it up. Well, she had some really great paneling and some really good things to work with. She sort of wanted a beachy vibe, but it ended up being a little more primitive because I found out she liked rusty stars and things like that. So we chose a color palette. We painted the cabinets and we painted the countertops and we painted the backsplash. We added a sliding door, which is really a vintage old door, and we were missing a cabinet. So we replaced the old one after some adjustments and did the ceiling fans as well. Okay, so in here, there is this feature on the wall that the original homeowner had, and he actually hand carved wooden bricks. So I think they're oak, and it's really kind of a cool feature. So originally thought I wanted to paint it out because I just kept picturing everything to be white, white, light and bright, but it's a great contrast. The pipes that were just right there in the middle of the two rooms. So rather than just ignore them, then just kind of made a feature out of them. This was another paint project too. The enclosure that they used, they built a garage on the house, and that was a window before. So there was this styrofoam faux stone thing. So when I looked at it originally, I said, let's make this a feature. This is like a leather. So this just kind of got painted all over, and the brick was dark and this got whitewashed. She had an art piece here that was not really in keeping with the design, so that just got a little makeover by using a transfer. I knew the house had a lot of potential, but when I stood in the kitchen the first day, I actually addressed it the first day. I was like, oh, there's so much we could do in here to make this brighter and lighter. We talked the other day about what will we do now that this project's complete, and she said, well, I really don't want to go to work. I just want to stay home at my new house. So I always have something going on. So I don't think I'll ever be bored, but I'm just very happy that Diane and her family are content.
So here's some of the details. So there was a cupboard that had a little gap in it that was driving me crazy. And there's a cupboard that was totally missing, but it was in her garage. And there's a door that was missing that led to the storage room. And, Diane's kitchen was great. She just said it wasn't very exciting. So we came up with a color scheme. Of course, Dixie Belle colors to the rescue. And we did some samples, whether the counter should be the dark part or the backsplash. We even took an internet poll. And then the painting began. The countertops, we used a slick stick first, which is a bonding primer, and then Stormy Seas was the color, and that's kind of on the interim, and you'll notice the backsplash is done. And then there's the marble on the countertop, and you'll notice in the background the backsplash got a little lighter. There's Dixie Belle patina products, and I used those on the ceiling fans. So you can see the brass, and there's half the primer on there, and that's in the process with the iron patina. And all of the pieces had to get treated. It got taken apart, and then we replaced the old shades that kind of dated it and replaced them with Edison bulbs. And I think it turned out pretty good. That's just one of them. And I love that ceiling. It's a great look. So of course all the cupboard doors had to come off. There were lots and lots of cupboard doors. So here's some of the areas that needed a little help. So the front room, or the stage as we called it, had kind of been taken over by the pets, and the registers had mismatched covers, and you can just see in general how dark the room was. There's a lot of things that were disorganized or just open storage. The pipes that were in the middle of the room and the lack of finishing on them, and Diane's feet. The fireplace. Diane likes to go yard sale shopping, and she had everything out, so she admitted she needed a little help with some display. So there's the styrofoam piece in its glory before being worked on. You'll notice in this picture that the trim board on the bottom was missing. There were my faithful companions throughout the project. We got to be quite close. There's kind of a before, during, and after. The dark stone on the fireplace. There's one of the stones that has been whitewashed, and then a picture of all of the stones, and you'll see what a difference that made. It made it so much lighter. There's a before of a dresser that was brought from upstairs and repurposed, and there's the after to make a TV stand. It was actually done in barn red. That table was up on the stage area before, a beautiful table. It had some condition issues which I tried to fix with the steam and with some wood glue, and it didn't work. So we just replaced it with a solid surface top and more ceiling fan makeovers throughout the dining room and in the living room. There's the original piece of artwork that was above the fireplace, so you can see that was a big makeover. There's some other items that got made over, lamps and the metal piece. The inspiration for that was to make it look like buffalo plaid, which is so popular in the farmhouse. We had to honor the pets with some pillows in the entryway and little features that we just had to make something out of because they were there and they weren't going anywhere. We even made some curtains that drop cloth curtains in the storage area to give it a little fresh look. So there's the finished kitchen, and that's where everything began. It was such a great project. I love looking through that door and seeing a bright room. And now Diane's kitchen is exciting. It's great to see the functionality where there lacked before. So if you like this makeover, please visit us on the website, on Instagram, on Facebook, and please like and share this video and also subscribe to my channel.